Okay, so welcome to the consciousness class. Okay, so first of all, welcome. Thank you for joining in this amazing, special time where a lot of opportunities available. First, we're going to start with a meditation. Let's synchronize, ground ourselves, bring ourselves to this place, to this space, to a mindset where we can elevate our consciousness. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and exhale very slowly. And try to be very present. Feel your body fully. Feel every part of your body. You want to center your consciousness in your heart and send your consciousness to the middle of the earth and then pull up new, fresh, endless energy of the Creator to your entire body, going from your feet to your calves, your knees, your thighs, your entire body, opening all your energy centers, all your sphirot, filling it up with new light, your hands, your neck, and your head, and let it pop from the top of your head and start to form a beautiful ball of light above your head. And you want to pretend that you're in this ball of light. And then you want to release this ball of light and let it float up into the universe, into the cosmos. Start going through the entire universe, through all the galaxies. Go through the universe to the layers of consciousness, layers of light and dark, and end up in a layer that's very bright light with golden hues on top. Keep going up. And then we go into a layer of light that feels like water or jello. Keep going higher. See a beautiful opening in the distance of pearl-like shining. Go to this opening, go through it, and enter the plane of the Creator, the flawless universe, the tree of life, the source of all existence, creator of all that is. And you want to blend and melt into this energy. And we want to meditate that this class, this session is going to help us elevate our consciousness, go to our next level, understand more, receive messages directly from the Creator, from the light force itself, be more in tune, more connected, feel the Creator in everything and everyone around us, within us, and send this light also to the entire human race, to the humanity, to help everyone elevate their consciousness. And of course, with happiness, excitement, and joy. Okay. So, welcome everyone. It's the Tuesday, May 5th. We're in the middle of the month of ER, the month of Taurus, in Hebrew, Shor. The weekly portion is called Emor, part of the book of Vayikra. And it's a very unique, in the middle of the process called Omer, the counting of the Omer. We actually passed the middle. We're in the second half of it. In 26th day, today is the 26th day, ending in the week of Netzach. And we're coming closer to the most important day of this whole counting called Lag BaOmer, which is going to be next Monday night, which is the birthday and the day of elevation of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the author of the Zohar, the highest, one of the highest souls that ever came down to this world. So a lot of energy, a lot of opportunity. There's a lot going on. The month is very, very powerful. A lot of things I want to tell you. Also a lot of events happening in the center that you can participate in. And so we're going to talk about the month, the energy of the week, the time that we're going through right now, how you can use it more and more, and how we can help others also, how we can also be of assistance and of giving to others. So first of all, it's a month of ER, right? We're in the middle of it. It's month of Shor, very stubborn sign, very fixed sign. It's connected to healing. It's connected to the quality of life, the goodness of life. It's the month where King Solomon started the building of a temple in this month. That's why it's called the month of Ziv, the month of light. Even though there's no actual holidays in this whole month. There's no actual holiday. Every single month in the Kabbalistic calendar almost has a holiday, except two. The month of ER, which is Taurus, and the month of Scorpio, which is Cheshvan. And it's very interesting that King Solomon started the building of a temple in the month of ER and finished it in Cheshvan. So it took 6 months to build the temple. And he did it specifically in these months that don't actually have holidays in them, which is very interesting. Meaning there's a lot of hidden energy, meaning it's not revealed. So energy, people around, a person that's not connected to spirituality, to the internal energy, is not going to necessarily have a good time in this month. A person that is connected especially to the book of the Zohar, is going to have an amazing month. So it's very, very kind of simple how you can have an amazing month in the month of Shor, in the month of ER. It's the Zohar. It's the book of the Zohar is our ultimate key to connecting to the Creator this month, especially. Every month, obviously, every day, but especially this month, more than ever. So what's so special about the book of the Zohar? It's a direct connection to the Creator, to the tree of life. There's absolutely no angels, no entities, nothing that helps you connect. It's the meditation that we do. The moment you connect to the Zohar, you're connecting to the Creator directly. There's no need for you to do anything else. So that's why the Rav, my teacher, used to say, the Zohar is the ultimate answer, the ultimate spiritual tool for the Kabbalists and for humanity. I don't know any other spiritual system, any other teaching that has such a big claim about a book or an item, like the Kabbalists do about the Zohar. So that's why connecting to the Zohar is absolutely, like you cannot not connect to the Zohar this month, okay? And I'm going to tell you about an amazing initiative that the Zohar Project is doing this month, which basically you can send or receive a Zohar, a sacred Zohar, full set of Zohar, or Pinchas Zohar, completely free. Just pay for the shipping, which is amazing. I'll tell you more about it later. So the portion is called Emor. A very beautiful teaching that I always remember about this portion is that there was a Kabbalist who used to say that every single language has energy and power. And Emor is close to the word love in French and Latin. So meaning this portion has energy of love in it. Directly the portion, all these books, this whole book of Vayikra or Leviticus, the third book, is not very practical because it talks about the priests, the Levites, and sacrifices, etc. It's very, very coded, pure code, nothing practical. We don't have a temple, we don't have the high priest, we don't have the service of a priest, we don't have the service of Levites, we don't have any of that, so it's very, very not practical. It's all deep secrets. And this portion in particular, it talks about the high priest, what he should do, how he should do it, how he should act, etc. And it's very interesting. I don't know if you know, but first of all, why do we need high priests? Why did we need a high priest? Why did we need priests? Why did we need Levites? Why did we need all these people with these appointed, jobs? Why do we have this portion this week now? Why are we having this month right now? Why is everything happening? We want to know. We want to ask more and more questions. It's essential to ask the question why. Essential. This is the ultimate Kabbalistic tool that you don't react, you don't get upset, you don't get angry, you don't blame. You don't hide. You don't get depressed. You ask why. Ask the question why. It's very essential. It's very important. This is true wisdom, and true understanding comes from more you ask question why. So this is an essential practice for a Kabbalist. A Kabbalist has to ask the question why. Why is this happening in my life? Why is this happening? What's the lesson here? Why is this good for me? So this week's portion is all about the high priest and the job of the high priest, and also what he could and he couldn't do. It's very interesting that priests, or today Kohanim, anyone with a last name Kohen, Kohen means priest. It's a direct translation of the word. Kohen, like there's Kohen optical, they're basically descendants of that family, and they would be priests in the temple. So Kohen means priest in Hebrew. But everything is very practical. It's actually only for us. It has nothing to do with the outside. Every portion, everything has to do, everything is directly a message and a lesson for us. So one of the beautiful lessons is that the high priest was actually not allowed to go to the cemetery. The priests still, up to this day, they're not really allowed to go to the cemetery at all, whatsoever. They're not allowed to connect to the energy of death, to energy of end, energy of limitation, energy of a conclusion, energy of no more. This is the energy of death. What is death? It's an illusion. It's the most powerful illusion in physical reality that tells you that something does not exist anymore. Right? This is what death is, right? It's an assumption that something finished. So this is one of the biggest tools that our biggest, helper in our spiritual world has, the opponent. This is his ultimate tool. This is actually his kind of business card. The Rav used to ask, whenever there is God forbid, if somebody passes away, there was a death certificate issued. And they usually used to say, reason of passing, right? So the Rav used to say, the only reason is the angel of death. That's the only reason why somebody passes. And it says that the high priest was also, where do we experience, where can, God forbid, a person experience this energy? In any aspect of his life. But where does it really start? Only in his consciousness. Only in the consciousness can a person allow the energy of ends to come. It says when Mashiach will come, which is the end of the tikkun, when we're going to see the ultimate truth, you're going to experience every single joy, fulfillment, ecstatic experience, a happy moment, again, continuously, without end. So now try to think about it. Try to think of the most happiest times of your life. The happiest moments. The happiest moments when you felt like God is here. Thank you, God, for this. This is amazing. Wow, what a blessing, right? These moments, the joy that you experience, they're all going to come together, and you're going to experience them continuously, more and more, without end, which is insane, right? It's a little bit like, it's like the Rav used to say also, if there was a drug that could give me ultimate fulfillment forever, I would be the first one to take it. So this is the ultimate tool. Now, this consciousness. So what we are, the opposite of that is the energy of the light, the opposite of the creator, the opposite of light, the opposite of giving, of sharing, of certainty, of happiness, of joy, of serenity, of giving, antimatter. This is all the energy of the light, and the opposite energy of ends. And the place where it starts, ultimately, where you want it to happen, is in your consciousness. You want to strengthen your consciousness. Kabbalah, the Kabbalah center, is all about strengthening the muscle of your consciousness, where whatever happens on the outside might give you a push, might give you like a tap, but you're back to your place. Your resilience, your ability to stand up is so much faster than a person without spirituality, okay? This is the ultimate purpose of Kabbalah, is resilience, is your ability to stand up again. Like Karen always says, Karen Berg, my teacher, she always says, like the palm trees. The reason why they grow so tall is because they're very flexible. They're very flexible. A high wind might come, it might bend a little bit, but it comes back up. So that's what you want to do. You want to develop flexibility and resilience. Now, how is it connected to this week's portion? How is it connected to the high priest? The high priest was not allowed at all to go to the cemetery, basically. He wasn't allowed in that space. He had to remain in a state of life, Haim, all the time, which is also Binah. He had to remain in a mindset of Binah continuously on physical, emotional, psychological, physical levels, on all levels of existence. He had to remain in a state of Binah, of consciousness, of ecstatic consciousness, you might say. Now, the high priest had a very interesting job. He basically, his main function was on Yom Kippur, the holiday of Yom Kippur. This is his main activity, where he would go into the Holy of Holies, a very special room where no one was allowed, and he would perform certain sacrifices all alone, very difficult actually. His job during the year was actually to prepare, to make sure he performs all those functions flawlessly. Basically, imagine he had everything that's done on this special day called Yom Kippur, he would do it alone, all on his own. No one would help him. No one could. He had assistants, but no one would do it for him. He was the only one. And he was broadcasting the energy of life into this universe. Now, what's very interesting is that spiritually, Kabbalists call a certain person the high priest of all the righteous people, the high priest of all the souls. And I don't know if you know this, if you can, I'll give you a few seconds to think. Who do you think is the high priest of all the righteous people, of all the tzaddikim, of all the, be even angels, etc.? Who could this person be? I'm going to unmute you guys for a second. So maybe if somebody has anyone has any idea, you can say it now. Hopefully nobody's. If someone has, if you can raise your hand or type it in the chat, whatever way you want. But basically, think about it. Think of who is this person? Who is Kabbalistically, for the Kabbalist, is this person, this entity, this soul that is the high priest of the upper world? And there's a Kabbalist, and maybe the Ben Ish Chai, who says that this person in the upper world is Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He's the ultimate high priest of the upper worlds. And the reason why he wrote the book of the Zohar is to help us connect to energy of immortality, energy of life on every single day, and God willing, finish the tikkun and bring Mashiach as soon as possible. So this book, this simple, small book that, that we all can own, now it's free, it's incredible, is available and connects every single one of us to the energy of Tree of Life directly. There's nothing like this in this world. Nothing can be like it. Nothing yet exists. Maybe something will be like it. Or maybe there is, but I don't know. But to me, the ultimate way to connect to the Creator, to connect to the Tree of Life, to remove chaos, any form of chaos in your life, physical, medical, psychological, emotional, relationships, business, etc., is in these books. And the more you connect to it, the more light and blessings you bring into your life. So this week's portion it's always also connected and close to the day of Lag BaOmer, which is the day of Rabbi Shimon. Basically, the biggest holiday for Kabbalists. There's no bigger holiday for Kabbalists than the day of Lag BaOmer. This is the ultimate holiday for the Kabbalists. It's the day of Lag BaOmer, which is the day of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Nothing like it. Some special things that the Zohar does. The Zohar is actually, if you already studied Kabbalah for a while, you know that there is such a thing as klipot, which is, there's many different klipot. It's basically the thing that prevents and disconnects you from the light. It's also called a shell. In the literal translation is a shell, a klipa, like what surrounds a fruit. The skin on the fruit is called klipa in Hebrew. So it's not like a bad word, it's just a description. We as Kabbalists maybe have like a bad connotation to it, but if you speak Hebrew, you understand that klipa just means something that covers it. So there's every single human being on this planet actually has some sort of klipot. You want it or not, doesn't matter. Every single, until personally or globally we reach Mashiach, there's going to be klipot. Klipa is something that is like an addiction, there is klipa of sadness, of depression, of anger, of wrath, of fury, of murder. There's many different kinds. It's kind of like a weapon of the opponent, how he controls our energy, how he controls our light. Now there's only one tool that Kabbalists say that completely breaks klipot, which is the book of the Zohar. Completely, literally it says it slashes and destroys a person's klipa, which is unbelievable. Not in a way of, for example, when a person experiences actually hardship, negativity, difficulty, and pain, he's actually being cleansed for his klipot. It's actually a time of mercy. So people that don't experience any kind of hardship, it's actually a very bad sign. If you don't ever feel sad, if you don't ever feel a little bit down during the day, it's actually not a good sign. It means like nothing is pushing you. Nothing, you don't have any kind of support. The Creator is like, okay, one day, God willing, maybe through other people's merits, you're going to feel better. You're going to receive help. The moment you experience difficulty, it's the Creator cleansing the upper world, cleansing your negativity in a merciful way, actually. Of the most merciful way of it can be for you at that moment. Now, if you want to do it yourself in a most merciful way, without experiencing any negativity, you use the book of the Zohar. You use the book of the Zohar as if it's water or air. You understand? That's how important it needs to be. It's the only way that you can break your klipot, and also klipot for the whole world, without any pain. It's unbelievable. Think about it. It's the ultimate answer to all of our lives, almost all of our life's problems. The main job of the human being is to raise his consciousness. This is how you're going to connect more to the Creator. The point of existence in this world is dvekut. Hope everyone is listening and paying attention right now. This is important. The main point of existence is dvekut. Dvekut means unification. Two things becoming completely one. That can only happen if you become like them. In the upper worlds, unification happens when two things are similar. Meaning fire and water cannot actually come together as they are. That's why in physical world also they can't. They create steam, right? That's why oil and water can't mix, right? Because two different things. But actually, the only way you can connect is if you have the same attributes and same consciousness. And the way you elevate your consciousness, even if you have no idea about what's going on, about any spiritual work, is through the book of the Zohar. That's why for the Kabbalists, the book of the Zohar is like air. More important than air for a Kabbalist is the book of the Zohar. So the more a Kabbalist would grow, would study, would elevate his consciousness until he would reach a higher state, and after, obviously, even more, he would use the book of the Zohar. That's why Rabbi Isaac Luria, the Ari, says a person has to scan, connect, read, hold the book of the Zohar for 30 minutes a day to elevate his consciousness, to purify his soul, to elevate his soul higher to higher levels. Unbelievable, right? He says that ultimately, this is the ultimate thing a person should do. He didn't write, but his student wrote 18 volumes of books about all kinds of meditation, connections, prayers, mikveh, holidays, etc., and so forth, about all these different things. And ultimately, he says, the ultimate tool for humanity as a physical form is the book of the Zohar. Unbelievable, like really mind-blowing ideas. And I experienced it on my own level, on my own life. The more I connect to the book of the Zohar, the more I read it, the more I scan it, the more I appreciate it, the more I study it, the more I study about it, the more I share it, I feel the difference in my life. Completely. There's a certain, like for example, if you ever go to a Zohar project and you distribute Zohars, it's the feeling that you receive after that day is not compared to anything. It literally feels like Mashiach. It feels like the end of a tikkun. It's an unbelievable feeling. Completely mind-blowing. Completely priceless. And it's, like Yuda Berg once shared something really beautiful, is that the biggest problem with the Zohar that it's a book. It's not a magic crystal. It's not an amulet. It's not a, junji or something, something funny. It's actually, it's simply a book. And the crazy thing is you don't have to necessarily study it all the time. Just holding it, just scanning it, just knowing about it, just studying it, just meditating with it open. Just one paragraph, just scan one paragraph before you start your day. It already brings light into your day, into your soul, into your consciousness. So one of the most important things this week, this month, is this book. Completely underappreciated. Underappreciated. I underappreciate it. I think everyone underappreciates it. It's unbelievable what the difference of your life can be before and after connecting to the Zohar. Mind blowing. Just really amazing. You know, like the Rav once said that the whole point of the Rav said, none of my books that I wrote are going to bring Mashiach. None of my books are going to completely change this world. Isn't that amazing that a Kabbalist, such huge Kabbalist, says such a thing? None of it is going to change the world. The only thing that's going to change the world is the book of the Zohar. And the only thing that's going to bring Mashiach is the book of the Zohar. Let me check, I think. So book of the Zohar is completely priceless. Completely priceless. Something that cannot be compared to anything that exists in this world. So that's one. If anyone has any question, thank you, Rosa. I think I muted them. Let's read a section of the Zohar and maybe close your eyes and try and ask the Creator to help raise our appreciation for the book of the Zohar, for the writings of the Zohar, for the light of the Zohar to go up, 100-fold to goes up. So our appreciation, our desire to connect to the Zohar, our desire to connect others to the Zohar, our desire to bring the end of pain and suffering goes up 100-fold. Completely to a new level. So we're going to read a section of the Zohar, connect to the soul, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, help us go to our next level. You can close your eyes, be present, think about the Creator, think about the best, the happiest moments that you've experienced in your life. And you want to understand that actually that moment exists right now. There's no separation. No separation between now and the moment you experience the highest form of joy, peace, serenity, happiness, ecstasy in this world. Right now, you can be experiencing it right now. And this is what the book of the Zohar does to us. So we want to ask Rabbi Shimon, the Creator, to help us be connected to the tree of life, remain connected to the tree of life reality non-stop. Ama Rabbi Abba, veishmach ka'ani mai kai me'echaka bata bistlaku inun ananin ele ka'anan ketiv beit vayomer arur ka'anan aver avadim yihye le'echad chaka olifna man deafik garmei metzila dimechmenuta itchaze lemechave eved le'avdei avdim chechet dalet והחרם בישראל וישב ממנו שבי. הוא נטל עבדין מישראל לגרמי. כתיב כענן בידו מאזני ממה דא אליעזר, עבד אברהם. ותחזה, כתיב ארור כען בגין דזכי כען דא לשמשה, לאברהם. כיוון דשמשי לאברהם יציב תחות צילה תכמנותה זכה למאפק מחכו לטאה לתאה ולא עוד. אלא דכתיב בן ברכה. דכתיב ויאמר בו ברוך השם. מייקה מרי בכל מען דהתיב תחות צילה דמכמנותה החסין חרו לית. ולבנוי לעלמין יתברך ברכתה הילאה אומן, דאפי גרמי מצילה דכמנותה החסין גלותה לית ולבנוי, דכתיב והחלם בישראל וישבו ממנו שבי. בסוכות תשבו חסר ודא ענן חד דכולכו כשירין בית דכתיב כי ענן השם עליכם יומם. וכתיב העמוד, ענן אתה הולך ללפני יומם. דח הוא ענן דארון, ויקרא יומא דכתיב יומם, יצווך השם חסדו. ענן חד נטיל עמך חמש, אחרנין ואינון שיט. וענן אחרא דכתיב ועמודה אש לילה. דא נחרה לכו לישראל מנחירו דאינון שיט. So that's some energy of the Zohar. So that's part one. Point one is that we really want to think about how we can connect more to the Zohar. You don't have to jump to the level of the Rav or Rabbi Shimon of connecting to the Zohar, but think practically how me as how can I connect more to the Zohar? Where am I right now? And how can I explore going closer to a place where I appreciate this book more? Is it through experience, meaning to try to do it? Is it through studying more about it? Is it learning more about it? Is it asking? Is it distributing more, maybe the book to people? How can I connect to this energy more and more? So that's one point, major point of the class today, of this month, of this week, of this time, is for us to connect more and more to the energy of Rabbi Shimon and the Zohar, the book of the Zohar, which connects us directly to the tree of life, the flawless universe. Some powerful lessons that I'm still using this time. Very powerful. I shared it in previous class. I love this idea of how Rav Ashlag says how to be humble, how not to have ego in anything that you do. Beautiful idea. I want to repeat it. I'm still using it on daily basis. Whenever you do something, you say in your mind that you are the only one who can do this job. You are the only one on this whole world, in this whole planet, who can do this job. The moment you're done with it, and if it works out well, you say it was all the Creator. Completely. In your mind, you completely let go, completely divorce yourself and say the Creator did it from A to Z. I basically just witnessed it. I almost had nothing to do with it. Okay? Very important, very essential. That's one consciousness that I'm using on daily basis. And the second one is that tree of life and the ultimate satisfaction for us, for human beings, is answers, is wisdom. Obviously, unconditional love is the ultimate experience of the Creator. But another way, the intellectual way of connecting to the light, is when you understand cause and effect. Meaning you look at everything in your life and you understand exactly why it happened. You have absolutely all the answers. Think about it. Think about two events in your life that if somebody would ask you, if I wish it didn't happen in my life, right? Think about something that, I don't know, think about something that happened in your life that if somebody would ask you, oh, would you prevent that from happening in your life? And you would say 100%, I wish that never happened. I wish that incident would never happen in my life. And then you understand the reason of why it happened in your life. You understand the cause and you understand the effect. Then you would beg the Creator, beg the universe to experience that. You understand? That the only reason we don't like something is because we don't understand why it's happening and how it's serving us. If you do understand the cause and effect, if you do understand why it's happening and why it was given to you in your life, you would beg for it. You would tell the Creator, give it to me again. Because I understand that this is actually priceless. There's nothing like this in the world. Can you imagine? Where does the switch happen? Does it happen outside? Consciousness. Consciousness, because you understand the cause and effect. You understand that the reason why it happened is because X, Y, and Z. The reason why this person caused me harm is because actually I did 10 times more to them in previous life. There's no separation. The physical reality completely lifts its veils and you understand why everything is happening. You understand? Just like the time we're in right now. You could be, there's so many people that are having such difficult times. Such difficult times. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. How many people need help? People are experiencing, not even medically, not physically, mentally, are experiencing really, really challenging times. It's very sad, very sad. We want to think about them, by the way, because I think people that are connected to spirituality and Kabbalah and the center, the Kabbalah center, are having a much better time, much easier, smoother transition. People that don't have a connection to spirituality could be having horrendous time. It's very sad. But the moment you understand that it's all about consciousness, that it's all about answers, you connect to the tree of life. Now, also, there's a trick. There's a hack to this system also, because sometimes it's hard to understand. The way you can do it, if you don't like something, if you don't like some experience, if you don't enjoy it, you still have, if God willing, you still have that ability, that voice in the back of your mind that says, no, what can I do about it? That restrictive ability, that muscle that can say, hold on, let's see, pause, let's see, is there something I can do? At that moment, inject unconditional love into that moment. Say, love. I'm not going to connect to the darkness. I'm not going to connect to the anxiety, depression, anger, sadness, blaming, victim consciousness. I'm not going to connect to it. I'm going to connect and send creator's pure energy, which is unconditional love, into that scenario. I'm going to elevate this whole situation to the creator's light. And I'm going to see what happens. I'm not going to react to it now. I'll give it a day break. I'll wait a little bit. I'm not going to believe in what I'm seeing right now. I'm going to give it a break. I'm going to be a little bit more restrictive with it. Okay? That's a powerful trick. Very powerful. Obviously, at that moment, you can use the Zohar. You can use Ana Bekoach, 72 names, anything. But inject unconditional love. Second trick is think about how you would feel, how you would experience receiving an answer, understanding the cause and effect. How would you feel? So think about it. Feelings are actually more of a base of our being. So the more you experience a sense of bliss, a sense of happiness, a sense of joy or simcha or shalom, joy and peace, all these feelings, the more you experience them, you're allowing the answer to come to you faster. Okay? And this is the ultimate restriction and freedom of choice that you have in your life, is taking a pause. Yes, you have a negative emotion. You're blaming, you're angry, whatever it is you're experiencing, but you're taking a step back and you're saying, okay. What can I do about this actually? Why am I going to be like the billions of people that existed on this planet and are reactive and just get angry, blame, depressed, and upset about situations and victimized and blame, etc.? Why don't I do something different? Because that didn't work. That doesn't work. You can do it. It's fine. We all do it. I get upset. I get angry. I get depressed a little bit. I get blameful and victim, every week it happens. But the ability of me pulling back and saying, okay, let's see, what can I do about this? Can I do something better? Can I react to it a little bit different? Can I inject the creator's energy? Can I inject the tree of life into this situation? Yes, I can. Now, the step further, maybe I'll inject more unconditional love. Maybe I'll meditate. Maybe I'll let go. Maybe I won't believe that that's actually an emotion that is mine and that is me. Maybe I can take it higher. Maybe I'll experience, what would it be if I knew if this situation goes away? How would I feel? So that's the key. The key is to be experiencing life as if everything that you ever wanted has already happened. It's not wanting those things and then I'll feel this way. This is reactivity. This is one of the reasons why humanity is missing almost everything that it wants, or a human being. You want to be in that place, and that's what's going to draw all those things into your life. Everything. Soulmate, money, health, happiness, answers, everything. It's going to come to you when you start experiencing it, when you know that the creator is going to give it to you. Rav Brandwein, this is super important. Hope everyone is listening. I'm trying to make sure everyone has full attention. Rav Brandwein says, what's the difference between a connected person and a disconnected person? And we all go back and forth all the time. A connected person is someone who knows that eventually everything is going to be amazing. That's what a righteous, that's what a tzaddik is. A tzaddik knows that everything is going to work out. The consciousness, that mindset of reactivity is the state of worry. What's going to happen? How's it going to work out? What's going to be? What's going to happen? That's the worry. That's what's preventing you from getting the answer. It's funny. It's all counterintuitive. We think the more we worry, the more we, start thinking about it, analyze it, worry, get upset, blame, etc., is going to solve the issue. It's actually not. The more you let go of a situation, the more you connect to the state of peace and happiness, the faster you're going to resolve the situation. So that's beautiful teaching. That's why, it said there's a few things that Rabbi Yitzhak Luria, when his students asked them, how are you so connected? How did you reveal so many secrets, so much light, so much wisdom, so much light, physically light into this world? He said a few things. But one of the things he said is, I'm always happy. No matter what, I raise my level of happiness, simcha in Hebrew. The word actually has secrets in it, simcha. I connect to this state of being nonstop. So think about it right now for a moment. Think about the last most difficult experience that you've had in your life, or any kind of difficult experience in your life, or any unpleasant or any questionable situations that you have in your life, and try to see that you, within a reasonable amount of time, some people 30 seconds, a minute, an hour, 5 hours, a day, but you want to jump back into the happiness state. The faster you jump into the state of happiness, the faster you're going to bring solutions into your life. Happiness is essential. Not just happiness, by the way, it's called joy. It's very interesting. Simcha is kind of translated as happiness, but it's actually a word called joy. It's a different state of mind. Happy is kind of, I'm just happy for something happened. Joy is more internal. So the more joy, the more simcha you're experiencing within your heart, within your soul, the faster you're going to bring more of those answers into your life. More of understanding the cause and effect. Okay? So that's two. That's part two. Now, we're also in this time of quarantine still, right? By the way, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I would love for more questions, or what you guys are connecting to or not connecting to, etc. Feel free to write, or if you want to say something, raise your hand. I'm gonna unmute you and you can share. So feel free, okay? Even though I don't want to unmute everyone all the time because it might be disturbing, but feel free to participate, ask, chip in, whatever it is. So it's the time of quarantine, right? The most last minute thing that we're all experiencing. But actually, another way to look at it is a time of, like I said it last week, incubation, right? Like a baby or a chick that needs more nursing to go to its next level. Where does it go? It doesn't go out on the street, on a highway, right? It's being kept inside in its home. So it's nurtured, so it's safe, so it's protected, so it's more connected to the light, so it has time to heal. So this is a time of healing for the whole world. You understand? One second, I'm just going to finish this thought and then read the question from Karen. So this is a time of cocooning also. How does not a grasshopper, I forgot how it's called, but the insect that goes from that becomes a butterfly. It goes into a cocoon, and then it turns into a beautiful butterfly. This is what we're all doing right now. We're all being cocooned right now. You're protected. You're safe. You are not in danger of the elements, of the outside energies, of the outside world. You're very caterpillar. Thank you. You're protected. So this is what's happening right now. We're all protected. We're all cocooning right now. We're all being given time you want to amplify the good in you, and you want to totally reduce the negativity. You want to reduce the limiting, the reactive, and amplify the good inside of you. Okay, so this is the time of cocooning, the time of amplification of positivity. And the way you do it is obviously through spirituality. There's absolutely no other way. Using Kabbalah. ultimate spiritual system, all the tools from a Kabbalah center, all the tools that we have. You want to be using them to the max. One way is obviously, besides the Zohar, obviously, that's why I spend so much time on the Zohar, is that you want to be connecting to the Zohar as much as possible. And especially now, because Monday night is the birthday of the Zohar. So we want to be connecting, to be getting ready to the Zohar as much as possible. Another way is journaling. That's a beautiful way of individually, personally growing. Is journaling and writing, whatever it is. Journaling is, people that don't do it, they get a little scared or they don't know how to do it. It's very simple. Just write whatever is happening. Write your emotions, write all the experiences, write your perspectives, write your revelations, write anything that happened, and listen to yourself. Try to let the consciousness flow and see what's gonna lead, what's gonna happen. Okay, that's one way. Another way, obviously, studying. We want to be connecting to more wisdom, more understanding. See how you can grow, how I can be a better version of myself, how I can become the ultimate version of myself. An astrological chart is an amazing way to get a deeper perspective of yourself and see, okay, wow, this is actually my strong side. This is my strong side, and this is what I need to work on. So that's another way. Studying, journaling, Zohar, 3 tools to connect and to cocoon yourself, to prepare for the blossoming, the next level, as much as you possibly can. Okay, that's spiritual tools for using in the time of cocooning that we're in right now. Okay. Okay, so the word. Okay, Karen. Next week we'll talk more about simcha, but basically, we teach, just to give you a bit about this, is simcha is basically when you understand that everything is for the good, and actually everything is a blessing, right? The reason why the scroll of the Torah starts with the letter bet, blessing, is because when you feel blessed, you're feeling both a state of peace, tranquility, and a state of happiness. Anytime you plant a seed, you want to inject it with happiness. That's why at weddings, you want to invite as many people as possible, so people are participating in the happiness. So more and more sparks of soul are connecting to this energy of happiness. So simcha, I'll research it, I'll see more about it. But simcha is also connection to binah. And it says that actually, the moment you are connecting to any of the Kabbalistic days of power, all the days of power are connected to the word simcha, connected to the word of joy. That's why one of the most important days, holidays, called Simchat Torah, right? It happens at the end of holiday season, in month of Tishrei, in October. When it ends, the whole process is called Simchat Torah, the happiness. And the Rav used to say, it's that day you just want to be meditating that you are happy, you're sealing this happiness for the entire year, no matter what happens. It's not about what happens on the outside. It's about how I react to it. And I want to be in a state of happiness, joy, as much as I possibly can. Okay, so that's essential. So that's it for the consciousness. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to write them. Now, I just wanted to share some amazing updates, some important updates. So first of all, we have, I'll go chronologically, I think, or wait so you can understand it throughout the week. So first of all, there's endless amount of classes on Kabbalah.com. Literally, there's just like everything is live stream. You can watch everything, literally, from Moscow, London, New York, and LA. Are all broadcasting all the classes online on our site. So if you're a member, connect nonstop, literally, at least once a day, listen to something, okay? Definitely connect with your teacher. If you want, please contact me. I would love to hear from you, to talk to you. We'll schedule something for next week, for the week after, so we can connect, we can talk. Feel free to connect, okay? Now, tonight is the second class of a Global Kabbalah 1 in English with Eitan at 8:30 New York time. If you have someone, it's unbelievable. It's almost 2,300 students are watching, which is incredible. 2,300 students are connected. Last week, we had 1,800 people connecting at the same time. And it would not drop, it would only go up. Mind-blowing. It's just really a time of Mashiach. You know, it says, one of my colleagues is saying that Rav Ashlach said the time of Mashiach is going to be like the shofar of Mashiach. And the Kabbalah, the wisdom of Kabbalah is that shofar, is the sound of Mashiach. So hopefully it will be a few 100,000 and 1 million people connecting at the same time eventually to this wisdom nonstop at the same time. Really special. Really, we never had such a big Kabbalah fund. Never. Virtually in place, never. It's almost like a Rosh Hashanah. 23 and so many new students. Almost half are brand new, completely new students. Never had this before. If you have anyone, I'm offering a very special Russian Kabbalah one, which is happening this Thursday, 7 p.m. New York time. So if you have anyone that speaks Russian, feel free to send them and connect them. So the way it works is it's not donation based, but they can, first of all, it's part of a membership, obviously. So if you're a member, you can obviously participate. You can also, you don't have to have a premium membership. You can just have a regular membership, which is $18 a month, where you can connect to it. And if somebody really can't and they really want to study, there is a scholarship. So we have scholarships available, by the way. Our scholarship fund has been refilled, and we have a lot of ability to help people. If somebody can't afford a membership classes, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to connect you with someone who's going to help them, okay? So please tell all your friends, this is international. This is for all of North America, South America, anyone that speaks Russian that wants to study the wisdom of Kabbalah. This is the time for them, okay? Thursday, May 7th, 7 p.m. Share my link. I have it on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So please share it, repost it, and give it as much exposure as possible. Now, next Monday is a very important. Next Monday night is Lag BaOmer, is the day of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Please mark your calendars that you connect, that you stay up as much as you can at home and connect to the Zohar, connect to Rabbi Shimon. There's going to be a live stream on our site. Make sure you have it, you know, in your mind. Monday night, you're not going to go out for drinks or anything, but you're going to stay home and you're going to connect to the live stream of Lag BaOmer Monday night. Okay, it starts, I think, 11 p.m. New York time. Okay, so that's one. 1 second, I have a question. No, it's not for US, Rosa. It's for anyone. For anyone, yeah, my class. Anyone that speaks Russian can connect to it. Anyone, technically, just time-wise, it's a little bit. Time-wise, it's a little bit difficult because, you know, it's 7 p.m. New York time, but they can also get the recordings. Everything will be video recorded, so they can, even if you're in Asia, Europe, Africa, you know, South America, wherever it is, everything is video recorded, so they can watch it afterwards. So it's technically, for all of US and maybe some of Europe and South America, it's easier to watch it live. But again, it's for everyone. Everyone is open. It's open absolutely for everyone. Okay, even if they financially are not able to, our scholarship fund can support them. So feel free to refer everyone and let everyone know. Okay. And the most exciting thing is about the Zohar project that we're having. Very, very, very unique and special Zohar project that we're having. So this is for the whole month of ER, the whole month of Taurus. All of books of Zohar are free. All of them. All the books of Zohar are free. So it's not $72. It's not $72. It's not $50. It's not $240. Every single set of the Zohar is completely free. So I'm going to show you how it's done. I think I can, give me 1 second. I'm going to try to share my screen with you. Okay, so this is very simple. 1 second. Just getting it ready. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So this is the website where it says giving.kabbalah.zohar. Okay, it's our website. This is the info. I'm going to send it to you, right? Where you can share it with people. This is the information. So we basically have 5,000 sacred Zohars to distribute. 5,000 black Zohars that we have, the full set in one book, okay? 5,000. We have 1,000 full English sets of Zohars, and we have 10,000 mini Zohar Pinchasim that we're distributing. This is the amount that we have shared so far. So we have 4,856 sacred Zohars available. We have 894 full sets of English Zohars available. And we have 9,904 little Pinchasim available. How does it work? You go to our store. One second. You go to our website. You choose United States or whatever it is. Obviously have books of the month. And then you have the Zohars. One second. Here, you have the book of the Zohars, right? So basically all of this, wherever it says sale, it's free. This is for free, this is for free, this is free, and this is free, okay? Even though it says sold out, don't worry about it. It's a way of going around it. And what you do is basically, like if I, for example, want to gift the full set of English Zohar to someone, I add it to my card, yeah? When I go to pay for it, the Zohar will be free. Eventually, when I check out, I'm not going to show you all this, but basically it becomes free. It automatically reduces the price, and the only thing that you are paying for is shipping. That's the only thing that a person has to pay for. Everything else is the Zohars are completely free. All the books. Completely. You can give it as a gift. You can give it, you can give Pinchas Zohars to anyone that needs it, any medical, anyone in need, anyone around the world. Actually, we're shipping around the world. So if you want to send the Zohar, this is the most amazing time to do this. You can send it to absolutely anyone. Now, obviously, it's sponsor based, so this is the amount of we're raising a certain amount of money. So if you want to, you're more than welcome to also participate in this. You can contribute to, this is how you do it, a Zohar project, etc. You pick an amount you want to give, and then you connect. We're looking towards, the whole project is actually $400,000. So as much as you can give helps. You see, this is how much we raised. We raised 11,000 by now. And hopefully we're going to cover it by Lag BaOmer. And this is this is an absolutely amazing, priceless opportunity. You can give the Zohar to anyone. You can receive the Zohar. Please use this time to get if you do not have a Zohar, all free. Get all three of them. Have the sacred, have the full set, and have Pinchasim. Get all of them. If you are able to, and if you connect to, contribute. It's going to help us do this whole project. It's unbelievable. We never, ever had this. Never. Especially, we're also obviously targeting people that are on the front lines, obviously, right now, but also anyone that receives a Zohar, their life is going to improve. So if you want to, please receive, the Zohar. I'm going to check. Thank you, Zoya, for writing. I'm not sure why it says out of stock. I'm gonna check. It's just like maybe a technical error or something, because we have 10,000 Pinchasim available, so it's gonna work out. Don't worry about it. I'll post it in our group so you guys know. And no, you do not need a. Let me check right now. I'm gonna share this with you again. I'm gonna go through it with you again. Okay, so let's see. Sorry. Okay, so let's see again. Store. Yes. So we select our bookstore. We select the books of the Zohar. I will check why it says that, but it should be. It shouldn't be out of stock. It's a technical. We actually have we're a little bit short on staff right now. We actually, obviously, people are, our IT people are not on full force as they usually are. But let me try to see if I can purchase it and see if it will be. I don't know if I have an account. Let's see. You don't need a code, you don't need anything, you just need the address of a person, basically. So if you need to send it, again, you're sending it completely free to whoever you want. You just need to pay for the shipping, which is amazing. Even, Mexico, whatever it is, wherever you want to send it, Russia, Mexico, Europe, anywhere you want, you are more than welcome to send it. Just need to cover the shipping cost, okay? Okay, so let me see if there's. I'm gonna check. Okay, about the little Pinchazors, why it's not available. All right. Anyone has any questions? If you want to raise your hand or if you want to share something, feel free. Any last minute things that I would like to share with you is try to use as many tools as you can right now. Try to use as many tools as you can. Try to also make sure you're cleaning your house. Your house is, get rid of all the clutter, all the things that you've never used, all the projects that you ever had about your home. Invest and do them right now. Your home is your vessel. So you want to make sure your vessel is clean, your vessel is appreciated, is taken care of. If you have sage, make sure you sage your house at least once a week. Make sure you inject good energy. Make sure you have a Zoom talk with some people, bring people to you virtually, right? Connect to people virtually. Make sure you, again, declutter, get rid of things that you don't need, things that you don't use. There's an amazing, I forgot her name, but there's an amazing Japanese expert. I'm sure you know her. She has a whole system of how to clean your house. Do it right now. Clean out your house. Connect to the book of the Zohar like you've never connected to it before. Connect to it as if it's air. Connect to it as if it's air. The most important, the most powerful tool we have right now. I'm gonna unmute everyone now.